Today we'll be talking about subject-verb agreement. Whatever the language you're speaking, there should be an agreement between the subject and the verb. For example, when I say, the boy is smart. So in this example, where is my subject? My subject is the boy. Where is my verb? My verb is. So the question is there an agreement between the subject and the verb? Yes, the boy is, so it's correct. Can I say the boy are? Of course not, because if I said so, there will be no agreement between my subject, which is the boy, and my verb, which is. So the boy is smart. One might ask me, is it that easy? Of course not. The SAT and the ACT won't make it that easy on you. They will intentionally try to mislead you as much as they can. They will try to mix you up in identifying the subject of the underlined verb. So let's have a look at the following examples and see which is right and which is wrong. So the girl is or are happy. The girl. So here is the underlined verb, is or are. Okay, where is my subject? My subject is the girl. So here it's obvious, the girl is happy because the girl is my subject, and we said before there should be an agreement between the subject and the verb. So the girl is happy. Okay, let's have a look at the other example. One of the girls is or are happy. So here I have an underlined verb which is or are. So one of the girls, is it is or are? So we usually match the verb with the nearest subject, and this is wrong. If I match the verb with the nearest subject, it will be the girls are, but this is incorrect. We do not match the verb with the nearest subject. We match the verb with the main subject. So again, do not match the verb with the nearest subject. Match the verb with the main subject. And in order to get the main subject, you need to cross out any unnecessary information. You need to cross out any comma, relative, or prepositional phrase. Is there a prepositional phrase here? Yeah, of the girls. Let me remind you what a prepositional phrase is. It starts with a preposition, ends with a noun. If you don't know the prepositional phrase, you can get back to the previous videos and check it out. Anyway, so if we crossed out the prepositional phrase here, we'll get to the essence of the sentence. So let's cross out the prepositional phrase and see where's my main subject. So of the girl. So if I cross it out, it will be one. So my main subject here is one, not the girls. So one is. So one of the girls is happy, not are. Again, one of the most important rules in answering the subject-verb agreement question is to get to the essence of the sentence. And in order to do so, you need to cross out any relative, prepositional, or comma phrase. Let's take another example. When I say, her jewelry, in addition to her Pokemon cards, was or were stolen by the robber. So here, where's my verb? It's was or were. So I need to get back to the essence of the sentence. So how can I do so? You need to cross out any prepositional, any comma, or relative clause. Is there here any comma or prepositional or relative clause? Yes, there is a comma phrase in the middle, which is in addition to her Pokemon cards. So let's cross it out. So her jewelry was or were. Her jewelry was stolen by the robber. Now I think you got the idea of the subject-verb agreement. So let's highlight the steps that you will be following whenever you're answering a subject-verb agreement question. So the first question that you're gonna ask yourself is, who is doing the verb? Question number 2, do both subject and verb agree in number or not? Step number 3, take care of the tricky singulars and the tricky plurals. As I said before, the examiner will try his best to mislead you. So sometimes he's going to use tricky singular, like for example, a group of students. So a group of students is, not are. If you saw this, you write a group of students are, but this is incorrect because my subject is a group, and a group is collective noun, and all the collective nouns are treated as singulars. After you knew how to get to the essence of the sentence and find out the subject, it is important to know whether the subject is singular or plural, as most of the times the examiner uses tricky singulars and tricky plurals to mislead you. So now there are a few more rules that you should know. Rule number 1, all the names of books, TV shows, bands, and movies are all singular. A question on rule number 1, The Simpsons is or are the longest running American sitcom. If you apply the rules, names of books, movies, TV shows, bands are all singular. So The Simpsons is the longest running TV show or the longest running sitcom. Rule number 2. Subjects joined by and are always plural. And I think most of you already know this rule. Charles and Kate was or were at the ball last night. Here we have two subjects joined with and. So here were. Charles and Kate were at the ball last night. Rule number 3. Everybody, everything, every, anybody, anyone, no one are all singulars. So let's have an example on this one. Everybody everybody loves Egypt. As we said before, everybody is one of the tricky singulars, so it's treated as a singular. So everybody loves Egypt. Rule number 4. Each, either, neither are all singulars. And here when I'm talking about either and neither, I'm talking about either and neither only, not either or and neither nor, because either or and neither nor have a completely different rule, all right? So I'm talking about either only. Let's take an example on this one. Each of the candidates have or has 2 minutes to respond. So my verb is has or have. Let's apply the rules of answering the subject-verb agreement question. So here my question is, who's doing the verb? So each of the candidates. We said before, cross out any prepositional phrase. Is there a prepositional phrase here? Yes, which is all the candidates. So I'm going to cross it out. So each. So each is my subject here. And we said before, each is one of the tricky singulars. So each of the candidates has 1 minute or 2 minutes to respond. One more example. Neither of the students want or wants to respond. So now I want to get to the essence of the sentence. How can I do so? Cross out any prepositional, comma, or relative clause. Is there here a prepositional or a comma or a relative clause? Yes, there is a prepositional phrase, which is of the students. So I'm going to cross it out. So neither is singular or plural. We said before, neither alone is singular. So neither of the students wants to respond. Now it's time to practice. Pause the video, try to answer them on your own, and then come back. We'll answer the questions and justify together.
So now let's revise the answers of the first exercise. The first example is participants in the charity organization was or were angry when no one donated. Where's my verb? It's was or were. Alright. Who is doing this verb? Who was or were angry? Is it the charity organization or the participants? We said before, to get to the essence of the sentence, you need to cross any relative, prepositional, or comma phrase. So is there any relative, prepositional, or comma phrase here? Yes, it's in the charity organization. This is a prepositional phrase. And we said before, whenever you have a prepositional phrase, cross it out from the sentence. So my subject is participants. Alright, so participants was or were, of course participants were. Alright, number 2, the habit of hugging your pillow while sleeping indicates or indicate that you miss someone. So where's the verb? It's indicates or indicate. Who indicate or indicates? Is it sleeping or the pillow or the habit? My subject is the habit. So the habit indicates or indicate. The habit is singular, so it's going to be indicates. Number 3, elderly criminals in Florida sometimes lead the police on chases at speeds of 10 to 15. So, do I have any prepositional, relative, or comma phrases here? Yeah, which is in Florida. Starts with the preposition and with a noun. So, in Florida is the prepositional phrase. So, where is my subject? It's elderly criminals. So, elderly criminals lead the police. Number 4, Bonnie and her boyfriend, Clyde, like to jump into ponds to avoid the cops, often forgetting that they can't swim. So again, who's doing the verb? Who like or likes? Is it Bonnie only or Bonnie and her boyfriend, Clyde? It's Bonnie and her boyfriend, so they are plural. So Bonnie and her boyfriend like. I think this one was obvious. Number 5, every Bentley, Lamborghini, and Porsche is or are owned by Volkswagen. So, where's my verb? It's is or are. Alright, so who is or are? Bentley, Lamborghini, and Porsche, or every? It's every. My subject is every. And we said before, every is a tricky singular. So every is. Even though I have 3 subjects, which is Bentley, Lamborghini, and Porsche, but my main subject is every. So every is. So every Bentley, Lamborghini, and Porsche is owned by Volkswagen. Number 6, propaganda that's played off as the truth has or have been used throughout the history to persuade the masses. Do I have a prepositional, relative, or comma phrase? Yeah, which is that's played off the truth. So who has or have here is propaganda. So propaganda is my subject here, so propaganda has been. Number 7, forcing yourself to forget the pain someone else has caused you only hurts or hurt you more. Who or what is the thing that hurts or hurt you more? Is it yourself or is it someone, or what do you think? It's forcing yourself. The act of forcing yourself is the thing that hurt or hurts you more. So forcing is my subject, and forcing is a singular, so forcing takes hurts. So forcing yourself to forget the pain someone else has caused you only hurts you more. I doubt that. Number 8, one of the skills I would like to learn is or are the ability to talk while inhaling through the nose. Alright, do I have any prepositional, relative, or comma phrases here? Yeah, which is of the skills. So I will cross it out to get to the essence of the sentence. So my subject is one. So one, I would like to learn is or are the ability. One is. So one is the ability. So one of the skills I would like to learn is the ability to talk while inhaling through the nose. Number 9, some of the superpowers I dream of having include summoning Jack-o'-lantern on people's lawns during the Halloween and making people burst into the Gangnam Style dance. Here, where's my subject? I have some. So my subject is some. And some is one of the words that depends on what will come after it. I cannot say some is a plural and I cannot say some is a singular. Whenever you see some, guys, some depends on what will come after it. But here my subject is plural. So the verb won't take an S. Number 10. Each iPhone 5 costs Apple $160 and costs us $699. Okay, where's my subject? It's each. And we said each is a singular. Each is one of the tricky singulars, so each is singular, so the verb will take an S. So each iPhone 5 costs Apple $160 and costs us, because it's still the same subject, which is each. I think this exercise was a bit easy, so let's raise up the challenge and answer exercise number 2. In this exercise, I'll answer with you from 1 to 10, and then the rest, you'll do it your own. On every author's bookshelf is or are dusty and worn out reference books. My question is, who's doing this verb? Who is or are? On every author's bookshelf is or are. What is or are? Is it the bookshelf? No. On every author's bookshelf is or are dusty and worn out reference books. So my subject is books. So is or are? Definitely it's are. So on every author's bookshelf are dusty and worn out reference books. Number 2, in every desk drawer sit a stack of papers waiting to be edited. Okay. In every desk drawer, sit. Who is sitting? A stack of papers. So my subject is a stack of papers. Is there a prepositional phrase here? Yeah, which is of papers. So let's cross it out. So my subject is a stack. And we said before a stack is one of the collective nouns, and we said all the collective nouns are tricky singulars. In every desk drawer sits a stack of papers, because my subject is a stack, and we said before a stack is a collective noun. So this subject will be treated as singular. So in every desk drawer sits a stack of papers. Number 3. A wide variety of pens, most of which are blue, red, or black, is or are scattered across the desk. So here it's a long sentence, so let's get back to the essence of the sentence. Is there any prepositional, relative, or comma phrases? Yes, there is a comma phrase starting with most of which are blue, red, or black. So let's cross it out to get to the essence of the sentence. So a wide variety of pens is or are scattered. Again, do I have a prepositional phrase? Yes, which is of pens. So a wide variety is my subject. And variety is a collective noun, which is a tricky singular, so a wide variety will be treated as a singular, so a wide variety is scattered along the desk. Alright, number 4. The act of putting words on paper and editing them is or are mentally draining. So, again, it's a long sentence, so let's cross out any unnecessary information. Do I have a prepositional relative or a comma phrase here? Yeah, starts with of putting words on paper and editing them. So, where's my subject? My subject is the act. So, the act, obviously, it's a singular, right? So, the act is mentally draining. So, the act of putting words on paper and editing them is mentally draining because my subject is the act. Number 5, misrepresent or misrepresents. In a sentence like this, you have to read from the beginning of the sentence. Where's the beginning of the sentence? Here. So I'm going to read from the notion. The notion that because words come naturally to us when we are speaking, they should also come easily when we are writing. Misrepresents or misrepresent. In this example, you need to cross any unnecessary information. And we said before, what are the unnecessary information? The relative clauses is unnecessary. The comma phrases is unnecessary. The prepositional phrases is unnecessary as well. So the notion that because. So starting from that, because that is a relative pronoun, so that because words come naturally to us when we are speaking, all this is unnecessary information. Is there a comma phrase? Yes, there is a comma phrase, which is they should also come easily when we are writing. So I have a relative clause here and I have a comma phrase here, so let's cross it out. So where is my subject? The notion. So the notion is my subject, and the notion is a singular subject. So the notion misrepresents. Number 6. In addition, writers do more than just write. Research and investigation into their subject matter play a crucial role in good writing. So, play or plays. Who is playing? Let's read from the beginning of the sentence. Where's the beginning of the sentence? Here you go. It's after the full stop. So, research and investigation. So, research and investigation into their subject matter. Is there a prepositional phrase here? Yeah, into their subject matter. So, where's my subject? Research and investigation. So, here, it's research and investigation. So, obviously, it's a plural subject. So, research and investigation play a crucial role. Number 7. After all, perfect grammar and well-crafted sentences about a vague topic written off the top of one's head. Do or does not make for a good read. So who, do or does? Again, let's read from the beginning of the sentence. Where's the beginning of the sentence? It's here, right after the full stop. So, perfect grammar and well-crafted sentences about a vague topic written off the top of one's head. Is there any prepositional phrase here? Yeah, there is about. Starting from about, because about is a preposition, so about a vague topic written off the topic of one's head is a prepositional phrase. So, my subject is perfect grammar and well-crafted sentences. This is my subject. So, perfect grammar and well-crafted sentences, do or does. Perfect grammar and well-crafted sentences, so it's a plural subject, so it's do. Do not make for a good read. Number 8. Most writers learn their craft in school, a long liberal arts education that encompass grammar, style, structure, and prose. Again, let's get back to the beginning of the sentence. Where's the beginning of the sentence? It's here, right after the full stop. So a strong liberal arts education that encompasses. So where's my verb here? A strong liberal arts education. Because a strong liberal arts education, a strong liberal is describing the arts education. So my subject is education, and education is a singular subject, so it's going to be encompasses. Number 9. Grammar, style, structure, and prose foster great writing. Alright, let's get back to the beginning of the sentence. And I think it's the same sentence, so I will start reading from a strong liberal arts education. A strong liberal arts education that encompasses It's encompasses, because we said my subject is education. The education is the thing that encompasses grammar, style, structure, and prose. Foster or fosters great writing. So, who foster? Is it grammar, style, structure, and prose, or it's education? If you remember, guys, I said you need to cross out any extra information. And here, I have a relative clause starting from that. So that encompasses grammar, style, structure, and prose. Foster. So my subject is the same. My subject is education. So education here is the subject for encompasses and the subject for fosters, because education is a singular subject.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you next video.